song right towards the end.
Alright, and that makes us immediately jump over to the next song, the next submission, the next person, and the next game. This is the Mixed Reality playing Beat Saber for us.
Yeah, and today they're going to be playing Song Easy, and this is mapped by ThySpoon. We're going to be pointing out, you're going to see a few recognizable names when it comes to some of the people that have mapped these songs, or you know, there's different different artists that you're going to see. A recurring theme with some people in some of these sections. And as she goes through this, you can see the difficulty already picking up bit by bit. The different polyrhythms through each hand, and there's the stack notes as well, the extra movement required to hit multiple notes all through one movement. And going through the full movement as well, she's not just standing in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Picking up a miss
we should maybe also go over. We will see just a plethora of different VR rhythm games here, and they all have a little bit in common, especially that the dependence on having high accuracy, scoring well on the notes. But Beat Saber is a little bit different. You don't just touch the notes with your hands. You are holding blades of light in your hands, and you have to slash these cubes apart. One similarity to Synthriders, what we've seen just now, is that both hands are different colored. You see that the player is holding a red and a little bit of a light pink. I think it looks like a light pink, a light brown shade in her hands, and she has to hit all the light brown blocks with her right hand and the red blocks with her left hand. And that just makes for an extremely interesting choreography if you time that all up. Which of course, these mappers, they are absolutely at the top of their game. They're doing that super well. That just makes these maps super fun to play, and they just look stunning.
Yeah, something worth noting with that as well. A lot of the mappers nowadays, it is ground into these people that make these maps to keep everything on time. And there are even some people that go as far as some songs, if there's already a dance for it, some people might do the choreography of the dance to the movements. It's happened before. I'm interested to see if we get it with any of these submissions. Right now, she's holding the amount of movement is really impressive with some of the
especially that footwork, right? It is so
the footwork is incredible, but I will say as far as the technical side goes, I'm not so confident on the score at the moment. She's dropping a fair amount of notes, but the actual performance itself has been very entertaining. The kick as well, really going all out.
Absolutely.
And as some people will have realized already, this does have that trend. Same thing as Synthriders, where with with each separate hand, you're having to properly slash through these blocks. You can't just poke these things. You know, you're having to do full proper movements. You can see the arm moving all the way through, and the wrist action as well. Keeping everything going through and maximizing those points alongside the dance.
Yeah, which, as we said before, is also not the biggest part of the how these players will be judged, but it definitely plays a part. It's definitely important, and therefore, as we see, is 50% of the entire vote. So very, very important one to get a high ranking in that, and that nets the average rank of 2.8, which is the highest. That means the dance category will be won by CiRC. The Mixed Reality in second.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think she did put up a pretty good performance there, but I wonder what the hosts were thinking of that as well, because I mean, you know, we're not the actual judges on this. We've got our own opinions of what we think's going to be the best, but it's only a guess. So, I wonder what they're thinking on their side with Jeff and Drez.
Your favorite performances?
The Mixed Reality, there's a moment there where she was actually doing the reject while, you know, doing her thing, and it's just like, that is extremely difficult. One, it's just, you know, it can be somewhat of a difficult dance for people that are not as coordinated as others. But to do it while, you know...
Let's see the clip so that we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, right there. That's the reject.
That's the reject.
That's the reject.
Okay.
Which a lot of people like to confuse the reject with jerking.
Right.
Which that is not jerking. That is the reject, but jerking often coincides with doing the reject.
I did not know either of those things. So
You're
that's
welcome.
just the reject, not the jerk.
That's just the reject, not the jerk, not at all. I mean, but it's extremely impressive. And